So listen, folks, what if that morning bowl of oatmeal sitting in the pantry could actually become a powerful weapon against heart disease? Not with fancy supplements or expensive medications, but with 5 simple ingredients that are probably sitting in the kitchen right now. Welcome back to Health Bloom, where health meets simplicity. This episode is all about transforming something as basic as oatmeal into a heart-protecting powerhouse. And honestly, this couldn't be more timely. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death globally, affecting millions every year. The beautiful thing about what's going to be shared today is that these aren't complicated medical interventions. These are everyday ingredients that can be tossed into a morning bowl without any hassle. Before diving in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Health Bloom, because what's coming up could literally add years to the lifespan. The channel shares evidence-based health information that actually works in real life. No gimmicks, no empty promises, just practical wisdom that can start being applied tomorrow morning. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let's talk about giving that heart some love. Starting with the foundation, oatmeal itself deserves some credit before adding anything to it. Research published in major cardiovascular journals shows that oats contain this special soluble fiber called beta-glucan. Think of beta-glucan like a little cleanup crew working through the digestive system. What happens is pretty remarkable. When oats are consumed, that beta-glucan dissolves in water and creates this gel-like substance in the gut. That gel binds to cholesterol particles, particularly the bad LDL cholesterol, and escorts them right out of the body before they can cause trouble in the arteries. Studies tracking thousands of people over decades have found something interesting. Those who eat oatmeal regularly tend to have lower total cholesterol levels. One comprehensive analysis discovered that eating oats can drop cholesterol by an average of 6.5 points compared to people who skip them altogether. But it gets even better. The FDA actually gave oats a health claim back in 1997, the first food to ever receive such recognition. They said oatmeal could reduce the risk of heart disease. That's huge, coming from a regulatory body that doesn't throw around claims lightly. The beauty of oatmeal is its versatility. Whether it's steel-cut, rolled, or even overnight oats, the benefits remain strong. Steel-cut oats are the least processed and take longer to digest, which means blood sugar stays more stable throughout the morning. That stability is crucial for heart health. A half cup of dry rolled oats contains about 4 grams of fiber and 6 grams of protein. Compare that to most breakfast cereals loaded with sugar and empty calories. Oatmeal provides sustained energy without the crash, keeping hunger at bay and preventing those mid-morning snack attacks on the vending machine. Ingredient number 1, blueberries. Now let's talk about the first superstar ingredient, blueberries. These little blue gems pack more of a punch than their size suggests. Blueberries are loaded with antioxidants called anthocyanins, which give them that deep blue color. These compounds fight inflammation and oxidative stress in the arteries. Research from nutritional science journals shows that eating berries regularly is associated with an 11% decreased risk of stroke for every extra 200 grams consumed. That's significant. Inflammation is a silent killer when it comes to heart disease, slowly damaging blood vessels over time. Blueberries contain compounds that actually help the body produce nitric oxide. This chemical relaxes blood vessels and improves blood flow, naturally lowering blood pressure. For people struggling with hypertension, adding blueberries to the morning routine could provide a gentle, natural way to support healthier numbers. Fresh or frozen, both work beautifully. Frozen blueberries are picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, which actually preserves their nutritional content remarkably well. Plus, they're usually more budget-friendly and available year-round. Just toss a generous handful into the oatmeal while it's cooking, or sprinkle them on top. The fiber in blueberries also works synergistically with the oatmeal's fiber. Together, they create this powerful combination that keeps the digestive system happy and cholesterol levels in check. And let's be honest, they make the bowl look absolutely gorgeous too. Eating should be a pleasure, not a chore. One study followed older adults for several years and found those who ate blueberries regularly had better memory and cognitive function. Since heart health and brain health are closely connected, both relying on good blood flow, this makes perfect sense. The heart and brain are best friends. Ingredient number 2, walnuts. Next up is a nut that deserves serious respect, walnuts. Among all the nuts out there, walnuts stand out because they're the only ones significantly high in alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. That's a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, and a heart absolutely loves omega-3s. Here's what makes this so interesting. Research published in the American Heart Association's journal, Circulation, found that eating just half a cup of walnuts daily for 2 years lowered LDL cholesterol levels in healthy older adults. Not just a little bit, they saw meaningful reductions in both total LDL particles and the smallest ones. Those small LDL particles are particularly dangerous. They slip into artery walls more easily than larger particles, contributing to plaque buildup. By reducing their numbers, walnuts help keep arteries clear and flexible. Think of it like keeping highway lanes free of debris. Traffic flows better when nothing's blocking the way. The omega-3 fats in walnuts also have anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation damages blood vessels over time, making them stiff and prone to blockages. By calming inflammation down, walnuts protect the cardiovascular system from one of its biggest enemies. Plus, they taste incredible, with a slight earthy, buttery flavor. Adding walnuts to oatmeal is ridiculously easy. Just chop them roughly and sprinkle a tablespoon or 2 on top. The crunch provides a nice textural contrast to the creamy oats. They can even be lightly toasted first in a dry pan for a few minutes to bring out their natural oils. For people worried about weight gain from eating nuts, research is reassuring. Despite being calorie-dense, studies show that eating walnuts doesn't lead to weight gain when consumed as part of a balanced diet. The fiber, protein, and healthy fats keep everyone feeling satisfied, which actually prevents overeating later. Ingredient number 3, chia seeds. Moving on to something that might look tiny but packs tremendous nutritional value, chia seeds. These little seeds have been consumed for thousands of years by ancient civilizations who recognized their energy-boosting properties. Modern science has now caught up and confirmed what they instinctively knew. Chia seeds are absolutely loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, just like walnuts. In fact, they contain more omega-3s per ounce than salmon. For anyone following a plant-based diet or simply wanting to diversify omega-3 sources beyond fish, chia seeds are a game changer. The heart benefits from multiple sources of these healthy fats. But there's more. Chia seeds absorb up to 12 times their weight in liquid. When mixed with oatmeal, they create this wonderfully thick, pudding-like consistency. That gel-forming property isn't just about texture. It also slows down digestion, which helps stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the morning. Blood sugar stability is crucial for heart health. When blood sugar spikes and crashes repeatedly, it damages blood vessels and increases inflammation. By keeping those levels steady, chia seeds help protect the cardiovascular system from this type of metabolic stress. It's like giving the heart a smoother ride instead of a bumpy roller coaster. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds provides nearly 5 grams of fiber and 3 grams of protein. They're also packed with minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, all important for heart rhythm and muscle function. The heart is a muscle, after all, and it needs proper minerals to beat steadily. The best way to use chia seeds in oatmeal is to stir them in while cooking or add them to overnight oats so they have time to soften. They don't have much flavor on their own, which makes them incredibly versatile. They won't compete with other ingredients, but will enhance the overall nutrition profile. Ingredient number 4, cinnamon. Here comes an ingredient that's probably already in the spice cabinet, cinnamon. This aromatic spice does so much more than add warmth and sweetness to food. Research into cinnamon's health effects has revealed some pretty impressive cardiovascular benefits that often fly under the radar. Studies have shown that cinnamon can help improve several heart disease risk factors. One analysis found that consuming at least 1.5 grams of cinnamon daily, that's about 3/4 of a teaspoon, helped reduce triglycerides, total cholesterol, and LDL cholesterol in people with metabolic conditions. Cinnamon also appears to have beneficial effects on blood pressure. Research suggests that taking it consistently for at least 8 weeks can help lower blood pressure readings. High blood pressure forces the heart to work harder than it should, gradually weakening it over time. Anything that helps bring pressure down is protecting the heart. What's particularly exciting is cinnamon's effect on blood sugar regulation. It contains compounds that enhance insulin sensitivity, helping cells respond better to insulin signals. When blood sugar is better controlled, the risk of developing type 2 diabetes drops significantly, and diabetes is a major risk factor for heart disease. The active compounds in cinnamon, particularly cinnamaldehyde, also have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. These help protect blood vessel walls from damage and keep them functioning properly. Healthy, flexible blood vessels are essential for good circulation and optimal heart function. It's all connected in this beautiful web of physiology. Using cinnamon in oatmeal couldn't be simpler. Sprinkle half a teaspoon to a full teaspoon directly into the cooking oats or stir it in after. It pairs beautifully with all the other ingredients being discussed today. Ceylon cinnamon is considered the best choice for regular use because it contains lower levels of coumarin. Ingredient number 5, ground flaxseed. Last but absolutely not least comes ground flaxseed, another powerhouse that deserves a spot in everyone's morning bowl. Flax seeds have been cultivated for thousands of years and were so valued in ancient times that laws were passed requiring their consumption for health purposes. Those ancient societies were onto something. Flax seeds are phenomenal sources of ALA omega-3 fatty acids, similar to walnuts and chia seeds. Getting multiple sources of omega-3s throughout the day provides cumulative benefits. The heart appreciates consistent support from various angles rather than relying on just one source. Variety strengthens the overall protective effect. Research has found that flax seeds can help lower cholesterol levels and blood pressure. One study showed meaningful reductions in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure among people who consumed flax seeds regularly. Every point of reduction in blood pressure translates to lower cardiovascular risk over time. Small changes add up. What makes flax seeds particularly special is their lignin content. Lignins are plant compounds with antioxidant properties that appear to have protective effects against heart disease. They also support hormonal balance, which indirectly benefits cardiovascular health. The body's systems all work together. Supporting one supports them all. The key word here is ground flaxseed. Whole flax seeds often pass through the digestive system intact because their outer shell is difficult to break down. Grinding them makes the nutrients bioavailable, meaning the body can actually absorb and use them. A coffee grinder or food processor works perfectly for grinding. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed to the oatmeal. It has a slightly nutty flavor that complements the other ingredients beautifully. Ground flaxseed can also be stirred into smoothies, sprinkled on yogurt, or mixed into baked goods. It's incredibly versatile and keeps well in the refrigerator for several weeks. Bringing it all together. So, let's paint a picture of what this heart-healthy oatmeal bowl actually looks like. Start with half a cup of rolled oats cooked in water or unsweetened plant milk. While it's cooking, prepare the toppings. Chop a tablespoon of walnuts, measure out 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and 1 of ground flaxseed. Once the oatmeal is ready, stir in the chia seeds and ground flaxseed along with half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Mix everything together so those seeds have a chance to absorb some moisture and thicken up the texture. Then top it all off with a generous handful of blueberries. Fresh or frozen works great. The result is a bowl that's not just nutritious, but genuinely delicious and satisfying. The oats provide that comforting, creamy base. The walnuts add crunch. The blueberries burst with sweet, tart flavor. The cinnamon ties everything together with its warm, aromatic notes. Every bite delivers both pleasure and protection. What's remarkable is that this simple bowl contains nearly everything the heart needs. Soluble fiber from the oats to lower cholesterol. Omega-3 fatty acids from the walnuts, chia, and flax to reduce inflammation. Antioxidants from the blueberries to fight oxidative stress. Cinnamon to help stabilize blood sugar. The cumulative effect of eating this combination regularly can be significant. Research consistently shows that dietary patterns rich in whole grains, nuts, seeds, berries, and spices are associated with lower rates of heart disease. This isn't about one magic ingredient, it's about the synergy of multiple beneficial foods. For people already managing heart conditions or high cholesterol, this breakfast could complement medical treatment beautifully. Of course, food isn't a replacement for medication when it's needed, but it's a powerful addition to any heart health strategy. Doctors increasingly recognize that nutrition plays a fundamental role in cardiovascular wellness. Practical tips and variations. Some folks might worry about the time commitment. Here's the good news. This breakfast can be as quick or as leisurely as the morning schedule allows. Traditional stovetop oatmeal takes maybe 10 minutes. Quick oats cook in 2 minutes. Overnight oats require 0 morning cooking time at all. For overnight oats, mix the dry oats with chia seeds, ground flaxseed, and cinnamon in a jar the night before. Add liquid, water, milk, or plant milk, stir well, and refrigerate. In the morning, it's ready to eat. Just top with the walnuts and blueberries, and breakfast is done. Some people prefer their oatmeal warm, even with overnight prep. No problem. Pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds to a minute. Or cook regular oatmeal on Sunday and store it in the refrigerator in individual portions. Each morning, reheat a portion and add the fresh toppings. Meal prep makes healthy eating so much easier. Cost is another common concern, especially with ingredients like walnuts and blueberries. Here's the reality. Frozen blueberries are often cheaper than fresh and just as nutritious. Buying nuts in bulk from warehouse stores or the bulk bins at grocery stores significantly reduces the per-serving cost. Chia seeds and flax seeds might seem pricey up front, but a little goes a long way. One bag lasts for weeks or even months. When broken down per serving, the cost is minimal, often less than $1 for the entire bowl. Compare that to restaurant breakfast or processed breakfast foods. Feel free to mix things up. Swap blueberries for strawberries, blackberries, or raspberries. All berries offer similar heart health benefits. Try different nuts occasionally. Almonds or pecans provide variety, while still delivering healthy fats. The key is consistency with the overall pattern, not rigid adherence to exact ingredients.
The science of consistency. One critical point needs emphasizing. Consistency matters more than perfection. Eating this heart-healthy oatmeal once isn't going to revolutionize cardiovascular health, but eating it most mornings for months and years, that's when the magic happens. The heart responds to long-term patterns, not isolated incidents. Think about it like this. If someone saves $5 today, that's nice, but not life-changing. If they save $5 every day for 10 years, that's over $18,000. Small, consistent actions compound over time into massive results. The same principle applies to nutrition and heart health.
Research studies that demonstrate meaningful health benefits typically follow people for extended periods, months or years. Short-term interventions rarely show dramatic results because the body needs time to respond and adapt. Patience and persistence are essential ingredients that don't come in a bottle or bag. That said, improvements often start sooner than expected. Many people notice better energy levels, more stable hunger patterns, and improved digestion within just a few weeks of upgrading their breakfast routine. These quality-of-life improvements keep motivation strong while the deeper cardiovascular benefits accumulate quietly in the background. For anyone dealing with elevated cholesterol or other risk factors, working with healthcare providers while making dietary changes is smart. Regular monitoring allows tracking of progress and adjustment of strategies as needed. Food is powerful medicine, but it works best as part of a comprehensive approach to health. Physical activity deserves mention here too. Exercise and nutrition are partners in heart health. Even moderate activity, like daily walking, amplifies the benefits of healthy eating. The heart is a muscle, and like all muscles, it stays strong through regular use combined with proper nutrition. Addressing common concerns. Some people worry about the carbohydrate content in oatmeal, especially if they've heard about low-carb diets for heart health. Here's the nuance. Not all carbohydrates are created equal. Refined carbs from white bread, pastries, and sugary cereals spike blood sugar and promote inflammation. Whole grains like oats do the opposite. The complex carbohydrates in oatmeal digest slowly, providing steady energy without dramatic blood sugar swings. The fiber content slows digestion even further. When combined with protein and healthy fats from nuts and seeds, the overall glycemic impact is quite low. This is exactly the type of carbohydrate that supports heart health. Another question that comes up is portion size. Half a cup of dry oats is a standard serving, which cooks up to about 1 cup prepared. That's a satisfying bowl for most people. Those with higher energy needs, athletes, manual laborers, growing teenagers, might bump it up to 3/4 of a cup dry. The nut and seed portions can be adjusted too. 1 tablespoon of each provides substantial nutrition without excessive calories. People trying to gain weight might increase to 2 tablespoons. Those watching calories closely might reduce slightly. The goal is finding a balance that works for individual needs and preferences. What about people who simply don't like oatmeal's texture? Try steel-cut oats for a chewier consistency, or blend cooked oatmeal into smoothies. Baked oatmeal is another option. It comes out more like a hearty breakfast cake. There are so many variations that almost everyone can find a version they enjoy. Allergies are valid concerns. People with nut allergies can skip the walnuts and rely on chia and flax for omega-3s. Gluten-sensitive folks should choose certified gluten-free oats, as regular oats can be cross-contaminated during processing. There's almost always a way to modify recipes for individual needs. Beyond breakfast. While this discussion has focused on breakfast, these 5 ingredients aren't limited to morning oatmeal. Ground flaxseed can be mixed into pancake batter or muffins.
Walnuts make excellent additions to salads. Blueberries work in smoothies, yogurt parfaits, or as a simple snack. Cinnamon enhances both sweet and savory dishes. The broader principle here is incorporating heart-healthy foods throughout the day, not just at breakfast. A diet rich in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats from multiple meals provides comprehensive cardiovascular protection. Every meal is an opportunity to support or harm heart health.
That said, breakfast sets the tone for the day. Starting with nutrient-dense foods tends to lead to better choices later. Blood sugar stability from a good breakfast reduces cravings for junk food mid-morning. There's a domino effect where one healthy choice makes the next one easier. Research on eating patterns shows that people who eat breakfast regularly tend to have better overall diet quality and lower rates of heart disease. Skipping breakfast is associated with weight gain, metabolic disturbances, and increased cardiovascular risk. The first meal matters more than many people realize. This doesn't mean breakfast needs to be elaborate or time-consuming. Even 5 minutes to throw together overnight oats or quickly cook some stovetop oatmeal is time well spent. It's an investment in health that pays dividends for decades. The heart will thank its owner years down the road. Consider these 5 ingredients as staples worth keeping on hand. They store well, last for weeks or months, and serve multiple purposes beyond just oatmeal. Having them readily available makes healthy choices easier and more convenient. When good food is accessible, eating well becomes effortless. So there we have it, folks. 5 simple ingredients that transform ordinary oatmeal into a heart-protecting powerhouse. Blueberries for their antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. Walnuts for plant-based omega-3s and cholesterol management. Chia seeds for fiber and steady blood sugar. Cinnamon for metabolic support. Flax seeds for additional omega-3s and lignans. None of these ingredients are exotic or hard to find. They're available at practically every grocery store, often in budget-friendly options. There's no need for expensive supplements or complicated protocols, just real whole foods combined in a delicious way that happens to be incredibly good for cardiovascular health. The heart works tirelessly every single day, beating around 100,000 times daily, pumping blood through 60,000 miles of blood vessels. It deserves some love and appreciation. Feeding it properly is one of the most powerful ways to show that appreciation and ensure it keeps working well for years to come. If this episode provided value, please hit that like button and subscribe to Health Bloom. This channel is all about practical, evidence-based health information that actually makes a difference in real life. Share this episode with friends or family members who might benefit from better heart health. Knowledge is most valuable when shared. Drop a comment below sharing whether this oatmeal bowl will become part of the morning routine. What other heart-healthy topics would be helpful to cover? The Health Bloom community grows stronger when everyone participates and shares their experiences. Every comment and interaction helps this content reach more people. Remember, taking care of the heart isn't about perfection. It's about consistent, small choices that add up over time. Starting tomorrow morning with a bowl of oatmeal loaded with these 5 powerful ingredients is a simple step in the right direction. The journey to better health starts with a single bowl. Thanks for spending this time together today. Until next time, keep blooming into the healthiest version possible. The heart, the body, and the future self will all be grateful for the care and attention. Make it a great day and enjoy that delicious, heart-healthy oatmeal tomorrow morning. This is Health Bloom signing off.